Alrighty, Mr. Young, your witness.
All right, I'm going to try and do this somewhat quickly. You have in front of you a copy of an extraction report, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's a copy of the one that I'm using right now, right?
It is.
And that extraction report was generated by the solicitor's office. They went through and they picked out what records they wanted to reflect in a report and then printed those out.
That's correct.
And these are not all the records that are on the phone, right?
That's correct.
All the records on the phone, I think you told me, was somewhere around 24,750
Yes, sir.
total data points. Is that what we're calling them?
Yes.
Artifacts?
Yes, sir.
Is that right? And this report, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but this report includes about 1,240 of them in total, right?
It does.
Okay. All right. I just want to go through, and this includes, in the beginning page of this extraction, it includes text messages, phone calls, and web search. Is that right?
It does.
Anything else?
I haven't looked through the entirety of it to see if there are any other categories included.
Okay.
It appears to be just text, web history, searched items, and notes. Instant messaging is included. I believe that's all.
All right. I'm going to start with page 3 down at the bottom. These last 3 messages, do you see where it says, from Candace? Do you know who Candace is?
I do not.
Okay. If I told you she was one of the babysitters for the Jonas children? I'm telling you, she's one of the babysitters.
Okay.
Okay. And she says, what do you want Mira to write, right?
That is correct.
And there's a response to Candace, that's from Tim, right?
It's an outgoing text to Candace from Tim. It reads, I will use my hands to make good and not trouble.
We'll go, sorry. The date on that message was May 20th, 2014. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And then on May the 21st, 2014, were there more messages from Candace about what does Mira have to write?
Yes, there was.
I'm sorry, I should. And then I'm skipping down to line 39. It says, in her mouth shall be found the law of kindness, right?
That's correct.
That's what Tim says that she had to write.
Yes, sir.
I'm skipping down on 5/25/14. You see where at 5:22 p.m. Tim used a search, right? Search items for Beautiful Mind trailer.
That is correct.
And then schizophrenia patient.
That is correct.
And then schizophrenia patient talking.
Yes, sir.
And then schizophrenia person seeing people.
That is correct.
And then he sends Amber McCauley a message, right? Something's bothering me about Mira. She's saying some creepy stuff.
Correct.
And that's at 5:57 p.m., right?
That is correct.
And then he says, call me late tonight, something you really need to hear. And that's at 7 p.m. to Amber McCauley, right?
Yes.
I'm skipping forward to page 15. At 6:28, you see line 277, there's an outgoing text message.
I do.
And it's to Amber.
It is.
And it says, "This is supposed to be our 10th anniversary. I still love you. I'm crying. Anyhow, good night."
Yes.
That's right. And then on the and then later that night, on the same night at 11:30 p.m., Tim starts Googling or searching stuff on the internet.
Correct.
And he's searching, how can young women get out because of older women?
Yes.
Warning signs that my ex-wife is being prostituted.
Yes.
11 signs your woman is fixing to whore from a site called Pricewire.
Yes.
And then he starts searching on Backpage, which Backpage is a site that prostitutes used to use to advertise their services. Is that right?
It was prevalent with escort services, yes.
Okay. And he starts searching for a phone number in there, right?
He does.
And I've blacked it out on here, but you have it up, right?
Yes, I do.
And he's using a number that was Amber's number. It's one digit off the first couple times he does it, and then he starts using the correct number and continues doing it, right?
Yes, he does.
I'm skipping to page 16 on the 29th at 8:33. He's still looking for Amber Jones on the back page. Is that right?
Yes.
I'm skipping to page 21. I believe the date is 7/10/2014. I'm starting at message 432. You with me?
On which page?
Page 21.
Which line?
432.
All right.
This is a message from Amber, right?
Yes, incoming from Amber.
And this is at 7:42 p.m., right?
It is.
On July the 10th.
Yes.
And more, if they don't want to see me, that's fine, but I'm not going to buy them things to only disrespect me as their mother in the end, right?
Correct.
And then she sends him another message, "Don't ask for your Korean stuff or anything else because I don't owe you anything, Tim Jones. You have taken everything from me, so you need not ask me for another damn thing."
Correct.
And then Tim responds at 7:44 p.m., right?
Yes.
He says they want you to listen to them as they've been recommended by their therapist to express themselves to their mother, and you won't let them speak. Anyway, have a nice night, right?
Yes, sir.
And then he sends the XOXO,
He does.
and then he says you can keep the Korean stuff you want. Peace out, bye.
Yes.
And then she responds at 7:46 p.m. Is that right?
Yes, she does.
And she says, "Kiss my ass with that XOXO shit. I'm not the only one who has done wrong, and you know it. I've answered their questions. I'm not reliving it every day. It's not happening." Right?
Yes, sir.
And then she responds, "I'll throw it away."
She does.
And then he responds to her, 7:48 p.m. "Well, sorry to burst your bubble, pumpkin, but they want to ask you about what happened. They want closure," right?
Yes.
And then Amber responds to that, "I gave it to them, teach them how to pray. God's the only one that can heal their hearts."
Correct.
And then finally Tim says, "You didn't give it to them or they would not be seeking it from you," right?
Yes.
So looking at the bottom of page 22, the last three lines, 480, 481, 482, these are two incoming messages from Amber, right?
They are.
And these are YouTube URL links.
Yes.
If you and I talked about this, but you don't know what those go to, right?
I do not.
Like if they go to a song or a movie clip. But you could just click on them and it would take you to whatever's there, right?
Yes, whatever's there now, yes.
Okay, if I told you that it was a John Legend song, All of Me, you would have your reason to doubt that.
I do not.
And if I told you the second one was The Dance by Garth Brooks, you would have your reason to doubt
No, sir.
that. And then Tim says, looks like a job for a good plastic surgeon, your job security, XD, right?
Yes.
I'm skipping to page 23. On 2014, Tim does a Google search for Betrayed by My Young Children, right?
He does.
And there are several searches around there that are all basically for the same, right?
Yes.
And then on July 23rd at 7:51 p.m., Amber sends another couple of YouTube URLs, right?
She does.
And then she sends a message after and says, that song is all I've been wanting to say to you, but you're so caught up in what I've done wrong that you don't want to hear it. You did wrong to me as well, but I don't need to sit and bring it and rub it in your face all the damn time because it gets old as hell.
Yes, sir.
I'm skipping ahead to page 35, and this is August the 9th, 2014, around line 743. You see that?
I do.
And this is a text message from Amber and Tim, right?
It is.
And it says, thought these would be neat for the kids to see. And we don't know if she sent a picture with it or what that came from, right?
That's correct.
But we do know that Tim said to Amber, hey, you got any of those college textbooks I had in the large blue tub in the shed before all my father's tools were stolen? I could use some of those for the children to do science and physics experiments, right?
Yes, sir.
And he says, one more message. By the way, I will show the children your grandmother's picture in the morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Skipping ahead to page 37, on August the 16th, 2014 at 9:40 p.m., Tim is searching, this is a Google search, for child killed by an electrical outlet.
On page 37?
Page 37, numbers
Okay. Yep.
686.
Yes, sir.
And that's just a Google search, or just put it in a search engine?
From this timeline, I can't determine that. There's more data in another part to determine whether it's a Google search or a YouTube search. I believe I may have a note on that one. Let me refer to my notes.
Okay.
Sure, what page are you on?
37.
My notes indicate that was a YouTube search.
Okay. Moving ahead to page 39 on 8/17/2014 at 8:03 p.m. line 791. You with me?
Yes, sir.
And the question is, can I use HAS funds for Nicorette? And then under is, can I use HSA funds for Nicorette? Google search, right?
Does.
And you know what HSA funds are?
Not exactly. No, sir.
Health savings account funds.
I've heard of it, but I've never had an account, so I'm not familiar.
You know what Nicorette is?
I know what Nicorette is, yes, sir.
Nicorette's that stop smoking chewing gum.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to August the 18th, 2014 at 9:58 a.m. The message on line 8:15 from Christina Elke. You see that?
Yes, sir.
It says was gave here,
Yes.
right? And Christina Elke's already testified, and she told the jury that on the 18th is when kids started school and Gabe walked out of the house, right? So, were you here for that testimony?
No, I have not been.
Okay. Just a couple more. I'm going to page 44. This is on August the 26th at 12:54 p.m. You see that?
I do.
9:21.
Yes, sir.
This is a purchase from Kindle, right?
12:54 p.m. Yes, it's an entry from the Kindle store.
Brush me, floss me, be my friend, welcome to Toothville, learning begins here. The kids' book about caring for their teeth from the Kindle store, right?
Right. It's a web history for the Kindle store. I can't tell you whether the item was purchased or not, but yes.
Do you know whether or not a Kindle was recovered in the items that were recovered from Mr. Jones' car?
I do not.
I told you that there was a Kindle recovered from Mr. Jones' car. Do you have any reason to doubt that?
No, I do not.
On page 45, on August 26, 2014, on lines 948 and again at 950, there was a search items, right?
They are.
And that's the question being searched is Intel planning further layoffs in 2050?
Yes, sir.
Last two, we're going to skip ahead to page 58. And there are two notes on this page. Can you see those?
Yes, sir. I see them.
Okay, and the first note on that page, which was created on August 17th, 2014, at 9:22 a.m., and that's the school supply list, right?
It is.
And it goes through what you sort of expect to have to put a number of children in the school, right?
Yes, sir.
And then the one at the bottom of the page, created on August 4th, 2014, at 9:50 a.m., is what appears to be a weekly meal list, right?
It does.
And then a way to add those to the grocery list. Is that right?
Yes.
And it's got breakfast, lunch, and dinner for each day.
It does. Yes.
Thank you, that's all the questions I have.
County was tabled for this as evidence.
What was used? Any objection to hold that other binder?
Yes.
Okay. You can introduce any more of it? Can we hear that later?
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Do we need to hear it off the record or not? I mean, on the record, but without the jury.
I can finish my questioning is what I do when I'm offering that.
Okay, finish your question quickly.
Agent Phipps, going back to page 4.
Yes, sir.
You were asked, I believe, about searches at on May 25th of 2014 at 5:24, 5:28, 5:32, and 5:34 p.m. Is that correct?
Yes.
What were those searches again?
Answer.
I'll let him answer it. I don't know, think we need to go through the whole thing again.
I was going to give me just a minute to reference where they came from. Those were all YouTube searches specifically, and the content deals with beautiful mind and schizophrenia.
Because actually above that, the searched item was for Beautiful Mind trailer, right?
Yes, sir.
And are you familiar with the movie Beautiful Mind?
I've heard of it. I have not seen the movie.
Are you aware that it's about a schizophrenic?
Yes, sir.
So after there's a search for the Beautiful Mind trailer, then there's searches on YouTube for video of schizophrenia patient talking, schizophrenia person seeing people, schizophrenia person beautiful mind.
Yes, sir.
And that last Google or the last YouTube search was at 5:34 on May 25th, right?
Yes, sir.
The next entries in here are outgoing text to Amber. Isn't that correct?
They are.
And that is the same afternoon, approximately 23 minutes.
Action leading.
Please, sustain.
Item 52, do you see that?
It is. It's an outgoing text message at 5:57 p.m.
It's to who?
To Amber.
And the content of the text message is what?
It reads, "Something is bothering me about Mariah. She's saying some creepy stuff."
Something is bothering me about Mira.
Mira.
She's saying some creepy stuff. That's what was texted out to Amber.
It was.
All of this is asking this.
Yep, all right. We're gonna finish tomorrow. I promise you're gonna take care of them, and I am. So, done for the day. Don't talk about the case. See you in the morning early. Yeah, don't talk about the case. Hope it didn't hold you up too long. I was trying to take care of the
Thank
request
you.
I got. So, see you in the morning.
What time did you say?